stage, Miss Sarah Rafferty.
Hi. That was me doing all those stunts.
Welcome, Sarah. Ladies and gentlemen, your time to shine. Who has a question for Sarah? All right.
Do I sit here by myself? You don't come sit with me?
I'm not. You're all by yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, you're the star.
Oh my gosh. I want to sit closer to you guys.
All right. Go ahead, the lady with the pink box.
Hello, Sarah. So, first of all, thank you for doing your first convention. Some people have been waiting a long time for this. And my first question is, what are 3 qualities that you as Sarah share with Donna?
Well, now I share some of her outfits. Okay, 3 qualities that I share with Donna. Gosh, it's so easy for me to think of what I don't share with her. I think that I share her heart. I think we all do. I really love my friends and family, and I have a lot of chosen family. I have a lot of friends that feel like family. I don't walk like her. I don't share her walk. And what else? What are other qualities? I care. I really care. I really care. That's what I share with her. I think she really cared about everybody in her orbit. Yeah. I don't share her self-confidence. I think she was like a superhero when it came to that, with how much she believed in herself. I think humans tend to have are riddled with more self-doubt than that, generally. So I thought that was a really especially fun thing to play about her.
All right. Thank you. The person with the blue box. Go ahead.
Hi. I was wondering, what was your favorite episode or storyline to film? In Suits.
Oh my gosh, okay, I'm not sure that I can remember that well, but I do know that every time we had a flashback episode, I was really excited for that. I loved the flashbacks. I think they're brilliantly manipulative because we all are very moved by the passage of time, since it's really the one thing that we're all gonna lose one day is time. So it's really moved me that we would jump back and forth. And it was fun going back in time with Donna, especially when the current time frame of the show was very serious. When she was a younger version of herself and didn't have the weight of the world in that way on her, it was very fun to kind of bounce back and forth. And I got to wear bangs. So that was super fun. Thanks for asking.
All right. The blue box. Go ahead.
Why did you choose to become an actor?
Because I'm not good at anything else. Why did I choose to become an actor? Gosh, there's so many different ways of answering that question. I think I wanted to do something that I was capable of doing, and there were very few things that I felt I was capable of doing. I wanted to do something that could serve in some way. And I think TV shows and theater and films in their best way can teach us about ourselves. I know that that's what I experience when I watch things, is that I learn about humanity. And so I think that that can create a lot of empathy. And that's a good thing, but also it's just great to escape sometimes. It's great to share watching a show with somebody you love. It's great to laugh. And I think in our crazy, chaotic world, that can mean a lot to have breaks like that. So ultimately, that's why I wanted to do that. And I really love the camaraderie of being in a cast. That's a really beautiful, beautiful thing. And I don't know what I would have done if I had to work in an office. I can't type, I can't use a computer. I don't know what I would have been doing there.
Thank you. The person with the pink box. Go ahead.
Hi.
I was wondering, what do you prefer about, because you did a lot of theatre, and what do you prefer about performing on stage versus performing
Wait,
on
sorry,
screen?
back up. Can you start again? You said you did a lot of what?
You did a lot of theatre.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I was wondering what you prefer about performing on stage versus what you prefer when it comes to performing on screen.
That's such a good question. I think I'm not alone as an actor when I say that there are things that you can prefer about a stage. Doing a play, it's new every night. It's the same thing, so it's very hard to do it day after day. It becomes very exhausting. But the audience is new every night. And there's something so magical about being in a room with the audience. It fills you up in a really magical way. I remember I learned in college, I was a double major with English and theater, and I had to take like a theater history class, and theater evolved out of the church and the pageantry of the church. And there's something about, I'm not a religious person, particularly religious person, but as a spiritual person, that really meant something to me, that like our communities need the theater to gather and to tell our stories. I think as humans, we just need to tell stories. And so in a way, theater, I revere theater in that way. I know that you work in England and you work in the theater, and I was just saying, I think it's really beautiful that it's such a huge part of the culture there. Because it is a wonderful way to come together. At the same time, I mean, Gabriel and I met doing theater together, and then it was just as fun to do the show too. So, you know, as long as you're really connecting to the cast around you. But we started kind of right when Twitter began, so we had the feedback. Thank God it was kind. I don't know what I would do if it hadn't been, but we had really lovely feedback from the audience, but it's just a different kind. And I can say that like one of the greatest gifts of Suits is when you travel anywhere in the world, if somebody has seen the show, their feedback is just so generous, and it just means so much to me to meet somebody on the street in Australia or Dublin or, you know, wherever, Jerusalem, who enjoyed it. It's amazing.
Thank you. The blue box. Go ahead. Ask a question.
Merci de traduire pour moi.
I'll translate the question for you. Go ahead.
Si Sarah avait l'occasion de tourner une nouvelle série en Europe, je voudrais savoir dans quel pays elle rêverait de tourner, parce que sur Instagram, on la voit beaucoup voyager, notamment à Paris. Donc je voulais savoir s'il y a vraiment un pays coup de cœur pour elle en Europe.
If you were to shoot a new series in Europe, which country would you prefer to shoot it in?
Oh my God, don't make me pick. I want to do one of those crazy shows that has those multiple locations. Like a Game of Thrones. Weren't they everywhere?
No, just Croatia and Ireland, actually.
That's
just
it?
Yeah, that's it, I think. So, and Spain.
I'm just happy to be anywhere in Europe because it's pretty easy to get to other places in Europe, so I could see a lot. So where would I want to go? This is really hard. I have Irish roots, so there's that. I love going to Paris. Did you say, when you were talking, did you say that you know I've traveled a lot? I think I heard you say that. Did you say
On
that?
your Instagram, apparently,
Yeah,
you publish a lot of Paris pictures.
I've never been to Spain. I love Italy. I just want to go to all the places. Where do you think I should go to film my next show?
Paris, of course, because I live in Paris.
Okay. I'd love to shoot anything here, as long as I can bring my kids and that they'll be happy. I'd be happy to do it anywhere. Thank you for the question. I love traveling. It's my favorite thing to do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, pink box, go ahead.
Hello. Welcome to Brussels.
Thank you.
I had one question. The cast of Suits was composed of very strong characters, both male and female, which is something to be noticed. And certainly, first amongst them, Donna is very self-confident and very sharp-witted, which became, as you said, like kind of a superhero for Siri. And I was wondering if it was something important to you to have this kind of strong female presence amongst a series that might be very male oriented, and if it's something that you could wait on during production, for example.
Something you could what?
You could wait on as the shape of the character and the storyline of the character during all the series. So that was my question.
Yes, that's such a good question. It is something that I did put my weight on as the show went on. I mean, it was Aaron's vision in the beginning, but with a long-running show, they start to write towards you, right? They know you and they know your voice. It became two things. I think the show was at a really particularly important moment in time in terms of strong female characters, seeing that on the television because representation mattered. And at the same time, there was a bit of, is she the woman behind the man? And so it became important 7, 8 years in that maybe she's not always behind him. And I think they did an interesting job of trying to figure out how to play in that space of how does she have how do we see her independent evolution as a businesswoman? To me, I thought, I hope I don't regret saying this, but I thought that after Donald Trump was elected president in the US, I thought it was particularly important that we saw more women at the table. Because it felt to me like for some reason in the United States we couldn't elect this woman. And I just thought it might be a healing journey for me and for some of the women who are watching, Donna in particular, if she could have become more powerful at the firm, and she did. She definitely got a seat at the table. She became one of the 3 most powerful people at the firm. And she said, I need this to be public. I can't just be privately the superhero behind the scenes. I need everybody to know. Because in a way, she recognized that representation matters. For women, it's gotta be normalized to have women at the table, to have women in powerful positions, to have respected women in positions of power. And it's crucial. I mean, I think during the COVID pandemic, we lost so many women in the workforce because women had to leave their jobs to take care of their family when their family was home. And we can't really, and that brought us back to, I've just learned that it brought us back to the numbers in the workforce of 1988. We don't need to do that. We need to continue to have women in these powerful positions. Now, this is just a TV show, but I still think it's good that it's in our imaginations, that we see it. Because it's hard to be it if you don't see it, right?
Thank you. All right, the person with the green box, I believe. Yes.
Hello, and thank you for your pretty severe answer. Oh, severe is not the right word, I'm so sorry. This is like a huge fan moment. But I discovered you through a Hallmark movie. And I was like, oh wow, cool. Let's see if she has other stuff. And my question is about that. So this will be like a very light question after the other one. I see that a lot of actresses return to Hallmark. Is it really nice? Because it always looks like you're having fun. Because that's my relax time. I can just sit and relax. Suits is like, oh, intrigues, yeah, what's next? Cool, cool, cool. But then I also have the Hallmark movies to just relax and have a nice time.
Yeah, it's like the Hallmark movie is like the ice cream. It's like the easy treat. And I think that's, to get back to the question about why I wanted to be an actor, and this, could there be a way that you could be of service, definitely like the escape of the Hallmark movie is so great. It's always like Christmas time or Valentine's or like the Harvest Festival. It's just like this ideal, we know what's gonna happen.
There will be a fight.
We know when they're gonna kiss. Then we know when the falling out's gonna happen. We know they're gonna fix it. And there's just something so like relaxing and easy about that. After a long day at work or a long week or something going on in your personal life, it's so nice to just have a glass of wine and some French fries and watch a Hallmark movie.
It's like a warm blanket.
Yes, and we all deserve that. It's self-care, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, but we also deserve suits.
Yeah, it's nice to have everything, right? Like you need variety in your nutrition. You need variety in what you take in on your television.
Thank you so much.
All right, pink box. Who has the pink box? All right, go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
I was just gonna ask about Donna, and what's your favorite dress?
My favorite dress?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's like picking a favorite child. My favorite dress. What's my favorite dress? Charlton, are you here? Do you remember?
He doesn't.
My favorite dress. The wedding dress was pretty great. The dress that she wore on her first date with Max Beasley's character in season 3. Do you remember they went to the theater? They went to the theater because the writers made Donna a theater nerd because I am. She wore this Gucci dress that was like number 26 off the runway. I remember, and that's when like things started to shift in her wardrobe because she said, they even wrote a line because she changed into this gown. I was like, who changes into a Gucci gown to go to the theater? Apparently Donna does. And Rachel says, did you change? And she says, well, I have a guy who knows my size. And Rachel says, well, I'm gonna need his number. And she said, I can't give you that number. And I just thought that was really fun. And basically from there, everything got very couture for Donna. It just got better and better, I think.
Thank you.
Blue box, go ahead.
I'm pretty tall, sorry guys.
Hi.
Hi Sarah, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. So first I really want to say that I really loved your character in Suits. I really liked the dynamic between you and Harvey. I think it was pretty unique on the TV show. And I'm a young actor myself, so I really like to know what would be the biggest advice you would give maybe to your younger self when you started off, or to any upcoming actor who wants to make it in the industry.
I think the most helpful thing that I did for myself was to set that intention that I did many years ago about what I wanted my career to be in that way, because I found that I could never answer anybody's question when they said, what's your dream role? I can't answer that question. I hope the dream role is always out there and always renewing itself. I think for a young actor today, I mean, from the business standpoint, cultivating, I joked like I had no other skills. I think it's important from a business standpoint to cultivate your other skills in terms of your writing or your producing or something like that. And from a personal standpoint, you need to make your life incredibly rich because it's a brutal career.
It is.
It's so hard, and it's so hard to persevere. So you have to surround yourself with healthy people who are healthy for your soul, and things to do, like fill your time with things that heal you and grow you, and get your attention off yourself or off the challenges of the career, so that you can stay fresh for when those moments come, when you get to go work, so you can really be present to them and grateful. And then I When I was younger, I had some actors I really admired say that to see the audition process as an opportunity to act. That you're acting.
Exactly, yes.
If you shift it as like, this is what I love to do, I'm going to enjoy this, because chances are you're not going to get the part. You don't get every part, right? There's so much.
Definitely.
So hard. So, yeah, cultivate those other things from a business standpoint. So maybe you can write for yourself, or you could produce something for yourself, and then cultivate your life to be rich and fulfilling, and to bring you a sense of purpose.
Thank you. That was a wonderful advice.
Thanks.
Right, Pink Box, go ahead.
Hello, sir. I have one more time. Everyone is talking about the series and stuff, but I actually want to step on into the movie sector. And my question is kind of a case question. So let's imagine one of the greatest directors and filmmakers, Christopher Nolan, comes to you and says, "Hey, Sarah, I want to make a movie. I want to direct a movie that's going to be nominated for many awards, and I choose you as my main character. But he's going to ask you to suggest 3 more additional characters, or actors that you would like to, play with in a movie. And I'm going to ask, who would they be? Give us 3 names of actors or actresses that you would star in a movie with."
Oh my God, okay, Emma Thompson.
Okay.
I don't know where to go from here. I need help. This is so hard. This is the question, what's your dream role? I can't, who's your dream acting partner?
Exactly.
Mark Ruffalo.
Okay. I mentioned Christopher Nolan, so maybe focusing on, action.
I know, but wouldn't Emma Thompson be amazing? As an action hero?
Sure.
I want to see that. Right?
Okay.
Focus on action. I don't go to action films. So somebody tell me give me some superhero. Well, Mark
it shouldn't
Mark
be
Ruffalo's the Hulk.
Yeah, he is, but I'm not talking about superhero action.
But superheroes. Who's Iron Man? What's his name?
No, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, him.
Okay, but not as a superhero, just as a normal actor,
I know, but I could just go on and on about normal actors. I love actors.
Okay.
Could you just imagine who would you want to hang out with?
Oh, okay. So for me, I would definitely hang out with Brad Pitt.
Okay.
And I would hang out with Scarlett Johansson.
Yep.
I think every other male sitting here would agree with me. Then,
either one of those, yes.
Okay, and then I would choose. Who should I choose? I would say Carl Urban. He's starring in the series Boys. He's starred in other famous movies as well, but I really like the character Butcher. I would do a movie with him. Nice. I actually want to see you do a movie with him as well, so that would be nice.
Thank you. Please make it happen. Yes.
All right.
And I want to be in some action movie. I want the ship to have not sailed. That's an interesting thing to hold on to as an actor, to keep believing that the thing is, there's, not that it's always coming, but the optimism, that fierce optimism of, my husband always said when I would get really down early on in my career, he would just say, it just takes one, right? And then once that's done, then it just takes one. It just takes one. It's not it's so manageable when you think of it in that way, when your heart hurts. But anyway, I'd go back to that other question. I would like to everybody in the Marvel universe, I would like to be in a movie with them. Thank you.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Right, Green Box, Blue Box.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Hi, so my question is, what's the worst advice you've ever gotten?
Of course you took that photo. That's just mean. What's the worst advice? Okay, one of the best advices I got an old agent said, just run your own race. That was good advice. What's the worst advice? To go to this hairdresser that I hated. What's the worst advice that I got? I think a lot of women get advice that makes them focus way too hard on their appearance. And I think that probably every female had some advice that was about that, and I think the second you start turning your gaze on yourself in that critical way, there goes your creativity. So, the worst advice would have been anything that had to do around appearance.
Right, Pink Box, go ahead.
Hi Sarah, I just want to know what is your most annoying habit?
My most annoying habit?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I overreact. Whew. Everything's just, it's such a big deal. It's such a big, crazy, big thing. I also talk with my hands a lot and people take pictures of me. Kidding. My hands. I leave every cabinet open. I can't close the cabinets. Oh my goodness. Yeah, everything, like if my suitcase will explode. Yeah. I mean, should I keep going?
Yes.
Should I keep going? I do swear, I swear a lot. That's probably not good. I'm super nice. I'm gonna stop on I'm a very nice person. Thank you.
We believe that.
All right, Blue Box, go ahead.
Sorry, it was green before, so I got confused. So a lot of young women see you as a role model and as a superhero, obviously. Do you ever feel overwhelmed in that position, whether it be you as a person, as an actress, you in the role of Donna? Have you ever felt overwhelmed by all of these young women looking up to you?
I've been so lucky to meet women who feel that way, and it is so, it's such an amazing experience, because we're all the same, you know, and to actually have the moment of connecting, it's really great. You know, in the theater, like, let's say somebody walks on the stage and they have like a police uniform on. You know that they're a police person, and the other characters treat them that way. And so Donna was a lot that way, that she walked and talked and was treated as this powerful woman. And I just think it's a delight when I meet people that we're all the same. We're all humans. I think as Suits went on, I felt very protective of the character because of the feedback that I was getting from women. I felt that there were some things that would come up where I said, we can't do that. We can't do that to the Donna fans. We can't do that. That's not the path that we can take. Like, we owe them so much. I wouldn't have been where I was or in any of the places that I continue to go if it weren't for the viewers of the show giving us that place. And that's such an amazing, amazing gift. Like, we owe it to the fans of the show that we got to do it for as many years as we did. And so that's one of the reasons why I advocated for her to have some kind of storyline where she became even more powerful. And I of course, it's very important. It's very important that women on TV aren't, you know, we always say about strong women. We're always like, ooh, strong women. Well, that's cool, but also let's see just real women and flawed women and all women and all people who identify as women. I mean, it's got to be all the stories now, right? But in terms of Donna, I felt very overwhelmed at the end that we like get it right. And I know in terms of Donna and Harvey getting together, Sarah, Gabriel, and Aaron, the creator, we all worried about when that was going to be and Was it going to be good enough? Like, were they going to be happy? You care. It's like having people to your party. You really want them to leave having had a great time. And so after 9 years saying goodbye to this world, it felt like a lot of pressure to end it. So one of the things that I sort of thought for myself was, well, these people can live on in our imaginations. They can go have a whole life. Like Donna and Harvey are off somewhere having this awesome life, we hope. So that took like a little pressure off of it. Be like, they have a future. We can make up things. There's amazing fan fiction, you know.
Thankfully.
Thank you. Pink box, go ahead.
Yes. Hi there. Yeah, I was just wondering, during the filming of Suits, you just said it's very stressful, it's a hard environment. So what are things you did, maybe during filming or after, that kept you happy, safe, stuff like that?
One of the things that kept me very happy is that my family was with me in Toronto, and we had a home there, and so we just relished our time together, and we really enjoyed the city, because I think there's something really magical about being in a place where you know you're not going to be forever. We could not live there forever, because it was Canada. It was like way too complicated to figure out how to live there. So we really enjoyed the city, and that made us incredibly present with our time. When we were on set, we had a lot of fun with each other. Everybody in the cast is a really funny person, so that was a delight. That was really fun. Yeah.
Green box, go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
Did Donna teach you anything?
Yeah. I think Donna strengthened, for me, my belief in myself. Because walking around in her shoes for that long of a time, it was sort of hard not to take a little bit of it on. Playing her taught me how much people respond to confidence. I mean, that's what was so amazing about initially getting the feedback on Twitter about the character, that people just, that confidence is everybody thinks it's cool. You know, so I think about that as a mother. Like, wanting my kids to believe in themselves, to believe that they're blessed and they have so much to offer this world. I just want to make sure they know that as they sail on into their lifetime. Because that kind of confidence is a really cool thing.
Thank you.
All right, pink box, go ahead.
Hello, Sarah again. First of all, I wanted to ask you to say hi to Sabir.
Hi, Sabir.
And I wanted to ask, as Sarah, would you do the same as Mike did in the end of season 5, like to protect his like close friends, like kind of family? Would you do it when he like went to prison?
You mean if I was a criminal? Would I take it for the team? I think yeah. If I was, yeah, right?
Would you do it? Like for 2 years, like leave your family, but like.
Well, wait, am I guilty or not? Wait, I don't really remember the end of season 5. Tell me.
So basically, like he was guilty. The DA found that he is not a real lawyer, so they took him, and like there was the trial and stuff. But like he decided to turn himself in to save the company, to save Harvey and Jessica, like everyone who know.
Yeah, well, think about that. You are going to go to jail for 2 years for something you did, or people you love are going to go suffer and you're going to be out and be free. I think that's more suffering. To suffer, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that more like, that would be a fresh hell, to like be out in the world living with the guilt of them being behind bars, right? Like, isn't that what choices, the super hard choices are about? Like, what can I live with and what can I not live with, right? I mean, when you're in the position to make a choice.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think I would do probably the same, especially like this, like from the beginning it's my fault, so basically like why should like Harvey and Jessica suffer because like, and Donna also, like they like, just gave their whole life for that firm and like to, I don't know, to waste everything, to lose everything because of the one mistake. I think I would do the same as Mike.
I think also Mike had the luxury of knowing, well, if I leave Jessica and Harvey on the outside, they're going to figure out a way to get me out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like right? Because Harvey didn't he like always win?
He always wins.
Always, right? When did he not? Then, but then he won.
When he doesn't want to win.
What?
When he doesn't want to win, as the season 6. I don't want to spoil if like someone didn't watch it.
Sorry,
yet.
spoiling. I didn't think about spoiling. Have we spoiled anything for anybody? Have I spoiled anything? No? Gosh, I didn't think about that.
Just
Sorry.
a bit, but yeah, like.
Oh, I did?
That's fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Blue box. Go ahead.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
I have an easier question for you, or maybe not. I don't know. What would you like to do? What do you like to do more, series or movies? And what's the difference?
I haven't done a lot of movies. I've done more television. I've done more series. I think I love them both. I think I mean that's really hard. I think a lot of actors. I read this really cool interview with Olivia Colman, who is the current queen. Yeah, she's currently playing the queen. That she's excited to move on and play some other characters. She loved it, and she looks forward to doing more things. So I think we all need to like refresh and play new things and do that kind of stuff. But so from a creative standpoint, I think being in many movies might be really creative in that way, if that's what your career is. But then now there's also, it's so great to have the time to really deeply develop a character. And I know my experience with being on Suits was people feel really close to these people because they've spent so much time with them. And that's a really cool thing too. So I can't pick.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
I think I would love to see more series, I guess.
More series.
Yeah. Thank you for answering my question.
Thank you.
All right, pink box. Go ahead.
I wanted to know, as Sarah, would you have fallen in love with Mike or Harvey?
I'm gonna fall in love with Mike. Sarah would have. Yeah. That guy.
All right.
I think so, yeah.
Blue box.
Hi, thank you for you to be here. I just wanted to ask you what was the role you preferred to play? I mean, the one you were the most in osmose with.
The most what with?
In osmose, I don't know.
Osmosis that you're really into, you feel, I mean, you're like...
Oh, that was definitely Donna.
Yes.
That was definitely Donna. And then in theater, there were 2 roles that I loved. One of them, I played a dog, like an actual girl who was a dog, who spoke. So it was like in the imagination of her owner, what the owner imagined was the dog, but it was a woman. That was super fun, and that felt, I think I have a lot of dog qualities in me. Like, just now I was doing this and I was like, I'm wagging my tail. And then Rosalind in As You Like It was one of my favorite roles. Because it's a woman who has to dress like a man to escape a place, and she goes into the Forest of Arden, and the Forest of Arden is this magical place where she can be a man, and she can teach the man that she loves how to love as a man. And the language is just really beautiful, and it's really funny too. So those are my 3 roles.
Thank you very much.
All right, 2 final questions. Pingbox, go ahead.
Hi. I just wanted to know what drew you in as Donna as a character to audition for her and Suits as the whole series.
So Gabriel gave me the script because he had already signed on as Harvey, and I remember reading the script and thinking that this world that was being created was a really interesting world, and I think Aaron did a great job of having the characters be deeply enough drawn that everything was based on who they were, where it wasn't just about what happened to them, it was about how what happened to them illuminated who they were. And I think that's what made the series really interesting. And I could see that in the first script, that there was somewhere for it to go. And I remember when Gabriel sent it to me, he was like, this role of Donna, it's really small, but it's gonna become something. And when I read it, I was like, there's definitely somewhere interesting for her to go. We had no idea where it was gonna go. Definitely neither of us thought they were gonna marry each other. We never, I mean, even when we learned in a flashback that they had had a thing, we both were like, have you been playing that for these years? And I was like, I don't know, I didn't play that. Were you playing that? Like, it just, we didn't realize that that's where it was gonna go. But that's the beauty of having something that can run for such a long time. So, yeah.
All right, final question. Make it a good one. Make it fun.
Hello. I had a question about Grey's Anatomy. You had the guest appearance. Did you enjoy it? And how was it through that show?
I loved it because my best friend directed the first episode that I did. And this friend I met doing a different Shakespeare play in 1998, and he was an actor, and we played opposite each other, and he had transitioned into becoming a director. So first of all, on a personal level, it was incredibly exciting for me to be on set with him and receive direction from him, which was so great, and to just watch everybody fall in love with him the way that I loved him. Just like that pride, that like sisterly friend pride that I had. So I loved it for that reason. I loved all the other actors that I met, and it was really interesting to be on a set of a show that had run that long. So it was just an interesting vibe to kind of check out. Ellen was really lovely to me and really welcoming, and yeah, it was great. I always love working because I like to watch other actors work. I really think actors are amazing, and I'm really fascinated by them, and I'm fascinated by how they can work from moment to moment, and their nimbleness with direction and with all the distractions that happen, and just their presence. And so it's just always a pleasure for me to work in general.
Okay, thank you. You're amazing too.
Thank you.
That's all we have time for. Give it up for Sarah! Thank you!
Thank you all for coming. Thanks for coming and making your way here. Thank you.